Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. We're going to compare the Analog Lab VST from Arturia versus Omnisphere. I know a lot of you guys are thinking, which one should I get? So how I was like, what do? I don't know what to do. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm going to show you some of the presets on each one of the VSTs, what you can do, the pros and cons, everything. So let's just get right to it. First things first is the price. Omnisphere right now it's at $479, and then Arturia V Collection it's $600. Alright, so one thing we can see off the bat is that Omnisphere has 14,000 sounds, over 14,000 sounds, and then the Arturia has over 8,000 sounds. I honestly thought Arturia had more sounds, but I guess not. I may be wrong. It has more plugins. With Omnisphere you buy one, but with the Arturia V Collection you have like all the V Collection plugins, which is 28 virtual classic keyboards and synths. These are synths that everybody used back in the day, and even to this day, like Emulator, Juno, you guys should know that one. Jupiter, yeah, Rhodes, yeah, I don't even know what that one is. Vocoder, see, I don't even know my vintage plugins or whatever, but it has a lot of them. I put these links down below, but you guys can read on what each one did and just how they were back in the day, and you know, just get informed in what they are or whatever. Yeah, so Omnisphere's cheaper and you get more sounds, so that's a big win. And some of these are trying to start doing some vintage stuff now, because I know if you go to Omnisphere now, they have these right here where it says hardware library. You see these are from like the D50, and then they have some GP08, which is like the Jupiter ones probably, and then they have the Junos, and so they're kind of doing some like vintage stuff as well. But anyways, they have so many sounds. The best way I think I could do is compare Analog Lab, because this has presets from each of their plugins, each of their 28 plugins that they have, and all combined in here with like I think extra ones. To my knowledge, that's what I think. And let's hear these presets. Alright, so that's some of the keys of the Arturia. Let's open up Omnisphere and here's some of the keys there. Alright, so those are the presets like for the key section on both VSTs. There's so many presets, so it'll take forever just to even go through them. But now I'm gonna compare the leads. I'm trying to do groups of like what producers, like hip hop trap producers would do. We usually tend to use a lot of keys, a lot of bells, a lot of leads, synth sound. So yeah, now I'm gonna compare the leads, and this is the Arturia Lab leads. I'm about to do Omnisphere. Alright, so those are just some comparisons of the sounds it has. Now let's go into what they both offer and what type of changes you can do and what's on each one of them. So the cool thing if you buy the Arturia is that you get different VSTs. It's not just one. With Omnisphere, just one and everything is thrown in there. But with Arturia, you get different ones. So it's cool because with each one you could change parameters on each thing. So it's a really customizable like thing to get too. Like if I open the Juno, I could change the arpeggiator, the LFO, all that stuff. If I open this one, I could change all these things. Pretty much like if you had those instruments like at your disposal. But with the Omnisphere, it's just one VST and everything's here. The cool thing about Omnisphere is that a lot of people have made a lot of cool patches like for hip hop trap producers. You also have 4 oscillators here. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. There used to be only 2, I think. And you could customize the sounds a lot. They have this cool orb function which just changes like the sound, like the way wherever you move it, you can modulate this. And one cool thing that Omnisphere does have is that it does have effects like racks, and their effects are pretty good, and you can add a lot of effects. So it has all these dynamics effects, all these vintage like EQs, filters, you know, all these effects. And with Arturia, each one, like each different type of plugin, they have, some of them do have effects and some of them don't. But this already has everything together, and that's kind of cool because you could manipulate your sounds like that. Also, if you're a live performer, Omnisphere does have like a live function. I don't even know how to access that. Yeah, I think it's right here. You could just have it all like laid in here. Another cool thing that Omnisphere does have is that you can mix presets. So like I have this preset here, right? And then right here, I could pick another preset, and then I have these two, then I can mix both of these in the same sound. So that's kind of cool that you could do that. And then here's the live function. I think you could just have this, and then you could assign each one to like your MIDI keyboard or whatever, and that's pretty cool for live performances. Analog does have a live function. I'm guessing this is it. You could pick sounds and then just like by songs and have your sounds here, and then you could just kind of click on them when you need to change sounds, and then you can add effects. So man, like they're not sleeping, I swear. And then they even do have effects. They're like right here that you could add to your stuff. And you could add 2 sounds together. But I feel like with Omnisphere you can add more sounds and it has more effects. So I feel like they tried because they knew Omnisphere, but they couldn't do so much. They're like, how they doing so much? Man, that's a tough pick. Even me reviewing this, I'm like, if I was like, which one should I pick? I don't know. Alright, how can I'm gonna try to, the best way I could give you guys advice on which one to pick is depending on everybody, depending on your budget, first of all, and depending on everything else. But depending on the budget, I would go with Omnisphere because it's cheaper and you get a lot for the bang, like bang for, I don't even know how to say that phrase, that term, bang of the buck. I don't know, but you get more for just the $479 that you paid instead of the $600 that you pay. So, you know, you get a lot of sounds and you have more effects, like effects to add on your sound, and you do have more of like live capabilities and stuff and adding instruments together and stuff like that. So I would get Omnisphere in the budget. If you guys are thinking which to try to get right now, I'm a new producer, I could buy both of them, I would probably get the Arturia sounds, just because I feel it's gonna be the new sounds the people are gonna start using more than Omnisphere. I feel like Omnisphere is gonna become Nexus, and this is, y'all could go do your research or whatever, this is just my intuition, I may be wrong, but I would get Analog Lab. It's not a bad choice to go with Arturia, my bad. Arturia's V Collection. It has so many sounds, and obviously they're gonna keep growing, they keep expanding. I may be saying that just because I already have Omnisphere and I'm bored of it, I'm gonna be honest with you. But Omnisphere has really, really good sounds too. So they're both up there. You can't go wrong with either or. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully help you guys make a better decision on which one to buy. Like, subscribe, and yeah, catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.